What's good? This is Trey, and the topic of this video is how I pulled a fine white girl back to the crib. All right. So I'm gonna just give you, the whole rundown of what happened, and then you can take from this whatever is helpful for you, right? So basically, for spring break, one year, I decided to go to Miami with some of my boys, and we went to Miami, and we got an Airbnb, and we all, you know, pitched in to pay for the Airbnb. It's a two-story Airbnb. It's very nice, very nice, um, and it had a nice backyard. Everything was clean. Everything was on point. So we had the understanding that okay, we got like a spot that we can like throw after parties or do whatever, and right. So we vibed, you know what I mean? We enjoyed the trip or whatever. But there was one day we decided, okay, we're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna go to Miami Beach, the strip. We get on the beach and because spring break is gonna be lit, gonna be a lot of girls, gonna be people just having a good time. So we go, we drive, and we get to the Miami Beach and we see it and we're like, oh shit, it's gonna be lit. Like we could see a bunch of people walking around, all that stuff. Park up and we head towards the actual beach. And on the beach, all you see is just a bunch of women, like just a ton of women. There's dudes out there too, but it's just a lot of girls, right? But they're all like standing around. So standing around or sitting with their towels, whatever, right? So what we did was one of my boys had a speaker, so we carried a speaker around and basically just go to a certain spot and like everybody would come around, start dancing, and there'd be a good vibe, and then it'd be very easy for you to socialize and dance and stuff like that. So we did that, but at some point we kind of like split up and started doing our own thing. Like it was like 5 of us, and we all split up at some point. And I started basically doing my thing, right? Basically, like going up and approaching women and just gaming them basically. But there was a strategy in place, right? Because I knew we had the Airbnb. It's a nice Airbnb. The spring break, we're in Miami. People trying to have fun or whatever. So when I would approach these women, I'd go up, I'd say, hey, it was good. My name's Trey. Wanted to say what's up or whatever, right? Kind of just being friendly. But at the same time, it's like the vibe is like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like the girls aren't stupid. They know what's good. So, yeah. So basically, I would game them. I say, hey, want to say what's up or whatever. Some of them would be interested. Some of them would be kind of interested. Some of them wouldn't be interested, right? But I would always basically, the communication would lead towards, hey, by the way, we got a nice Airbnb, not too far from here. Throwing a little after party later. What's your Snapchat or what's your number? Whatever, one of the two. And I would do that on every girl, like just going around a bunch of girls, right? Because I understand that it's like, you don't want to just go to one girl says yes, and you're like, yeah, we got her, because she can change her mind, right? So I went up to like a good amount of girls, man. I want to say I probably approached. It's hard to really put a number. I know it was more than. For sure, it was more than 10. It's definitely more than 10, more than 15. It could have been like up to 30 or somewhere around there, 15 or 30. What I would call sets, right? Because it's not like I was just going to one girl, but at times, sometimes it was 2 girls, sometimes 3 girls, a group of 2 girls, a group of 3 girls, but just going up to different girls and basically just vibing with them, and then at the end making sure that I mentioned, hey, we're throwing an after party. And so I did that. Didn't think nothing of it. Now eventually, the end of the day comes, and then we go back to the crib, and then we just vibing, and then at some point we're like, okay, yo, let's hit up those girls and see who's gonna if they want to come through. And I hit up the girls or whatever, and then some of them were saying, yeah, we might come through, but there was like one specific set of girls that were like, yeah, we're coming, like. Right, and we're kind of like, we don't know if they're coming, you know what I mean? Like, they were sending their address and stuff, and they were basically, like, pretty far, like, almost an hour away, I believe. And we're like, they might not come or whatever. But we looked at because you could see the location, and we saw that they were actually like coming. The map or whatever, I think it was on Snapchat or whatever it was, it shows the girls were on their way. So basically they were coming. So we kind of just was like, oh shit, all right, bet. So we just lined up drinks, and whatever, and turned on the music. And yeah, they showed up. So they showed up. I go out to greet them or whatever, and bring them inside. And then we got the music playing, we're vibing. I introduced them to my friends because I was the one that picked them up, right? So they didn't really know my friends. So I introduced them like, hey, that's my boys, whatever. They're like, hey. And it was really late, by the way. It was like probably like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., something like that. So it's kind of like, it's like the vibe was, okay, yeah, we're coming to like, you know what I mean? Like we're into you guys, right? Like we're into the vibes, and whatever happens, right? That was the vibe. It wasn't like, oh, we're here to test, you know, the girls weren't like, oh, we're here to just test you guys all night. Like they came to have a good time, which was great. So having a good time, I kind of singled out the girl I wanted, right? Like there was, I would say there was like 2 main attractive ones, and I singled out the one that I basically picked up, right? There was one that I picked up, and she brought her friends. So that was kind of my girl basically, and then my friends were going for the other ones. And we just vibed out, we danced a little bit, you know what I mean, grinding, whatever. Went outside for a little bit, talked a little bit. And then at some point, I actually had the master bedroom in the Airbnb. I was sharing it with my boy, but basically I was like, I told her at some point during the night when, you know, I felt out the vibes and, you know, warmed her up or whatever. And at some point I was like, hey, you know, by the way, I have the master bedroom. You know, if you know, it's kind of loud down here, we could go up there and talk or whatever, right? So I think at first when I said it, she was kind of like, I don't know. But then I was like, nah, it's all good. We're just gonna talk for a little bit. We'll come right back down. And she was like, okay, cool. And so we go upstairs, and I bring her to the master bedroom. And then, you know, one thing led into another, and it was a good night, right? So I guess the whole point of this is just to say, you know what I mean? If you apply yourself, you can get results. Like if you're strategic and you are relentless, like I said, I went up to like 30 girls, right? Like 30 sets, 15 to 30 sets, right? If I would have stopped at 1, stopped at 2, stopped at 3, I don't know if I would have got these girls to show up, right? So that was important, basically just knowing what I wanted, going for it. Having the Airbnb was great. Having good vibes. I was very positive in the interaction. Like when I picked the girl up, I was very positive and, you know, just good energy. So it's like, okay, it's cool guy, whatever. Assertive, you know what I mean? And what else should I add here? Yeah, and then I guess when they pulled up, you know, it's also you have to have the ability to pull the trigger, right? Because if I didn't say, hey, I have the master bedroom, let's go and talk. If I didn't say that, nothing would have went down. You see what I'm saying? Like we would have still had fun. We had a great time, like downstairs, just vibing. But it wouldn't have led into anything more if I didn't suggest, hey, let's go upstairs to the bedroom, whatever. So I don't know. I don't know if you got anything good out of this, but I just wanted to share this story. I just got a vibe to share it. And it was actually very cool very cool memory for me, because it wasn't like difficult, like super difficult, or you know, it was just a vibe. It was just cool. You know, I was hanging in Miami with my friends, and we made something happen, and we had a good, you know, that was a very good part of the vacation. If you know, like there other things happened, but that was like one of the best parts of of being out there in Miami. So that's a video. If you're a guy and you would like to, you know, start improving in your dating life, you'd like to start pulling, you know, you like to start getting results, you know what I mean, and creating the condition in your dating life that you're looking for, send me a private message. Let's have a conversation, see what you need to do to start getting results in your dating life. Thanks for watching. Peace.